Hey guys, it's and low-key, I don't really have a super cuddly, cute introduction to this video. It's been happening for a while, I don't really understand it. I don't know if Monster Hunter fans knew what Monster Hunter was, and I'm not saying this isn't every single fan. I mainly mean the people that came from World and after. They seem to be confused by what's happening in Wilds, like this hasn't happened in every single game. It's kind of an awful practice. That's not the word I want to use, but we're still in the first minute of the video, so I can't say it. It's kind of an awful practice, but Monster Hunter, they have always released their games every single time without fail. The first part, which doesn't have Master Rank, it's missing half of the content, and then the second half, which tends to be the half that everyone knows the game for, everyone loves the game for, and it brought the main monster that everyone loves, right? This has happened every single game. And this is coming from someone who started with 3. I have to get my credentials out of the way, because otherwise people will go, ooh, what did you start with, buddy? Wilds? Why do you sound so hurt? It doesn't make sense to me that people are going, why did Wilds release with only 20-something monsters? I mean, back in my day, back in your day, buddy, they had the same, problem. I don't know how people seem to be remembering World that it didn't have that exact same issue, but it did. Base World, once you beat it, you were like, well, that sucks. That's crazy. I have nothing else to do. And then they slowly released the tempered monsters. We got a few little collab monsters, but that was it until Iceborne came out. And what's been happening so far with Wilds? The same thing! What happened with Rise? I know that people just love to act like Rise didn't happen because the base game wasn't crazy, because again, I don't know what this mindset is that these people who came from World have, where it's like, oh yes, if the base game isn't up to Iceborne levels, then why am I playing it? Anyway, the same thing happened with Rise. They released the base game, a few little event quests, a few little hard missions to grind stuff on. But when Sunbreak came out, the game got exponentially better. Insanely better. I think Sunbreak to this day is the best. I don't want to say the best Monster Hunter, but it was so good. It's genuinely so good. Generations still had more content, and I do like and love Generations, but right, Sunbreak really brought it all together. This always happens. Always, every single time they do this. They release the base Monster Hunter game, and then the really good expansion when they understand everything and they know who they want to put in is at the other half of the game that comes out later. They do this every single time. But for some reason, when Wilds comes out, oh, what the hell? I wanted 70 monsters. Where's all my guys at? Oh my god, where's the hard part? Where's Master Rank? The thing that wasn't in release World either. And I really hate to keep talking about the World people, but it really seems like the World people and onwards, most of which skip Rise because Rise was dog shit for reasons, apparently, just don't get it or don't remember it. I'm gonna be a little anecdotal. I'm sorry if this isn't you. I'm sorry if you're a World fan. You were like, I just liked Wilds. Why are you yelling at me? But it's every time I've talked to a World fan, they go, World never had this problem. They just blanked out the entire time period before Iceborne came out. And I don't know how that happened. I don't know how we ended up in this scenario. It's ridiculous. It's genuinely ridiculous. I have a friend who is like, man, I'm a big Monster Hunter fan. I've played World, and that was it. And then he got mad that Wilds doesn't have as much as Iceborne did. It's so silly. It seems that every time that a new thing drops from them, from Capcom in the Monster Hunter franchise, after World, nobody seems to care. And I don't know what that is. When I mention, oh yeah, did you know Vilcana's in Sunbreak? Oh, did you know Furious Rajanga's in Sunbreak? Oh, did you know? If I mention half of these Rise monsters, nobody knows they were in the game because they gave up on the base game. And I'm actually terrified that happens with Wilds, because that would be such a disappointing conclusion for that game. It's a lot of effort they put into it. They changed up a lot of the systems. We seem to be going into more of a faster paced thing progressively as the games go along. But it's a lot. It's a lot of really good core systems. And I'm sure fans of Rise will tell you the same thing, that Rise was a very good core to the game, and then the addition made it significantly better because it emphasized those aspects. And I think Wilds, with its fast gameplay and pretty much everything having a counter or an offset attack, is setting up to be in that same scenario. But with everyone review bomb shitting on it because the game doesn't have infinite content apparently the other base games did, the only game that I can think of that from base game, low rank to high rank had a ton of content in it was Generations. And that's not even Generations glazed, that's just because everyone was in that game. It's like, what are we talking about? I want to hear what you guys have to say in the comments. I just think it's frustrating. They've done this for years. They've done this since, shit, I know 3 onwards did it. So I'm imagining 2 and 1 were pretty similar in like the spin-offs. Like Generations and Generations Ultimate, Monster Hunter 4 and Monster Hunter 4, whatever the special one was, I can't remember. It's crazy. It's crazy. And I know I'm talking probably in circles a little bit. It's frustrating. I'm very curious to see how all this resolves itself, because we have so many negative videos on Wild, and some of them are really stupid. I have to get all of this out. I really do. Because it's so dumb. The main thing that people were saying when World came out is that Monster Hunter got easier with World. And it's really not even up for discussion. If you have any counterpoint to that, I'ma just tell you, you're wrong. I hate to say it. Old Monster Hunter was ridiculously hard because they barely told you shit in those games. Like, there was no guides or anything. You had to look up pretty much everything. Getting build abilities, like just putting the sets together and getting the set bonuses, was way harder because the system was completely different. And half of the games did not work. They just didn't. There were so many dumb moves that had almost no delay that you just had to react to on instinct after a certain point. If anyone's fought old Yan Garuga, you understand what I mean, or old Rathian, they would do tail flip and the animation starts halfway through the ability already. Or Plesioth hip check. We joke about these things, but they're broken. They were like objectively broken. Old Monster Hunter had horrendous hitboxes, told you nothing, and the skill system was so confusing, I imagine most people back then didn't even know what it was. And then you get to World, and they break down these systems, they give you a whole handbook with all the weaknesses. It is just a significantly easier game, and the controls are way better. That's another thing. Old Monster Hunter controlled like dog ass. I hate to say it. Old Monster Hunter in comparison to new Monster Hunter controlled significantly worse, it was significantly clunkier, and everything had a lot more meaning to it. Some people like it. It's like how I would say I prefer Fallout New Vegas gunplay to Fallout 4 gunplay. But I'm not gonna say New Vegas gunplay mechanically is better than 4. So, all these people, when World come out, they say, World's easier, you know, we're like easing up on the mechanics, like the cool drinks, the hot drinks, being able to go to the camps. The camps wasn't a fucking thing. If you went on a mission and you forgot something, you forgot the thing, and that was it, unless you abandoned the mission. That was just how the cookie crumbled. We got that system eased up on. We don't really need to worry about paintballs anymore. It loosened up on a lot of mechanics. And I'm sure as you remember, when World came out, everyone was saying it was easier. And all the new fans were like, oh, shut up, dickhead. Shut up, you stupid idiot. Now, nobody cares about Rise, so I don't really remember there being a ton of conversation about Rise being easier. But then we get to Wilds, and all of a sudden, everyone's like, hey, guys, they're making the game easier. I don't know how do we play these games and nobody notices these things? It's so dumb. Even if we go to Rise, right? Rise had quick get-up options, pretty much full counters on every weapon, I want to say. Like, I want to say every weapon had a full counter ability. Way better movement. Some of the movement in Rise is even better than some of the movement in Wilds. Like, look at Gunlance being able to fly around everywhere in Rise. Like, a ton of mechanics that are making these games easier to get into. It's a lot more just straight action focus. And then you get to Wilds and all of a sudden everyone's like, I don't know, we're taking away from the survival aspects. It's becoming like an action game. I'm like, fucking duh! Has anyone been paying attention? Like, everyone's been playing the games with their eyes closed and not knowing what's on the screen. It genuinely blows my mind that when Wilds comes out, every reviewer has been completely blindsided at the fact that the games are easier when they've been going progressively more accessible. And that's not even necessarily a bad thing. I'll casually play Rise way more than I'll casually play Generations Ultimate. I think Generations Ultimate is a significantly harder game. But Rise it's accessible. I can just jump into it and play it, and the action's fun. They have the hard end game, then they got the anomaly bosses and all that. Half of you people skip Rise, so I guarantee y'all don't know what anomaly ranks even are. But this is what I'm talking about. It's crazy. It's a whole situation. And I don't even know what else to say about it, because I imagine if I say any more, I'm going to end up in circles. So with that, I would love to know what you guys think, and I've been M, and I am out.